To install the Pulsar LT on your 3.0 liter Duramax, you simply need to disconnect the engine to body harness connector located here in front of the factory airbox. To do so, you'll start by moving the safety, which is the red pin, slide it directly up to disengage, at which point you can depress this lower corner with your thumb, and the slide connector will then slide upwards towards the black connector until it disengages altogether and the harness can be pulled apart. Using the harness included with the Pulsar LT, you can then connect the new harness to the engine side in the same fashion by pushing it together, moving the slide of the connector all the way down until you hear it click, and then re-engaging the red safety clip. You will repeat this process on the other side of the harness by sliding it together and then sliding the outer connector down until you hear it click, again re-engaging the red safety at the top. This completes the harness installation, at which point you can move on to installing the Pulsar LT module itself by simply plugging it in until you hear it click. There are also some double-side Velcro that can be attached to the back of the box so that it can be safely mounted to the top of the airbox, around to the back of the airbox, or even the supplied zip ties can be used to attach it somewhere else near the airbox if you're running an aftermarket air intake system. At this point, we can move into the cab and start with the setup of all of the settings for your particular application. Okay, with the Pulsar LT now installed under the hood, the harness is connected, the module is mounted, we can now move into the vehicle and start setting up the features of the Pulsar LT. In this particular vehicle, we want to press and hold the engine start button to turn on the power to the vehicle without starting the engine. You'll hold that button for about 5 seconds. The light will turn green on the button and you'll see that your dash will turn on along with your radio. Using the select button on the right side of the steering wheel, we can close out any of our notifications, and we want to be on our digital mile per hour display just to ease with knowing what settings we are entering. So to enter our setup mode for the Pulsar LT, we do that simply by pressing our cruise cancel button. You will press and hold for about 5 seconds and you will see the speedometer sweep all the way up to 140, at which point we can let go of the button and the Pulsar LT is now in setup mode. Now each individual application and the settings will be different, so you will want to refer to your quick reference guide included with the module to know what setting adjusts what features. So in this 3.0 liter Duramax, we want to adjust our factory speed limiter. So to do this, this is setting 1 in this particular truck. Again, it may be different for your gas application. To enter this setting, we want to press the cancel button. You'll see the speedometer sweep and come back to what the setting is. You can see here that our factory speed limiter is set at 108 miles an hour. Now using our cruise resume and set buttons, we can toggle up and down to set that speed limiter at whatever mile per hour we would prefer. Let's say 115. We will press the cruise cancel button again and you will see the speedometer sweep, letting us know that that setting has now been saved. At this point, we can press and hold our cruise cancel button again until the speedometer sweeps to re-enter our setup mode and move on to the next setting. Now we will adjust for an aftermarket tire size. In this particular truck, this is setting 3. Again, use your reference guide to know which setting is which for your engine and model. We're going to press the cruise cancel button to enter, and it is first going to ask for our factory tire size. You can see that the mile per hour reads 32. This is the large number of our tire. And then it will ask us for our half-inch size, 0, 1 through 10. This is an exactly 32-inch tire, so we want to leave at 32.0. We will press the cruise cancel button again. The speedometer will sweep. Now it is going to ask us for our aftermarket tire size. We have done a leveling kit and a mild tire upgrade, which is a 33-inch. Using our tape measure, the tire actually measures 32.8 inches. So we want to make sure that this first one is at 32. Press the cruise cancel button, and then we can toggle through using our resume and set buttons to get to 8 for a 32.8. We will press the cruise cancel button again. The speedometer will sweep, letting us know that our modified tire size has now been saved, and our speedometer should read correctly for the new tire size. Again, to enter that setup menu, we want to press and hold the cruise cancel button. Speedometer will sweep and we can let go. Now we want to, let's disable the auto start stop feature in this truck. For the 3.0 liter Duramax, this is setting 8. Again, for the other gas applications, the settings will be different, so make sure that you're using your quick reference guide included with the Pulsar LT. We want to press the cruise cancel. The speedometer will sweep again. At this point, we have the option to select 0 miles per hour, which leaves the auto start stop enabled, just like factory, so that it will work with your factory button. If we scroll up to the 10 mile an hour setting, this will disable that feature for good, so that the auto start stop will no longer function and you no longer have to press the button on the factory dash anytime you want to turn this feature off. It will remain off all the time. So to activate this system, we can just press, and that will save our factory auto start system into the disabled mode so that it no longer functions. The speedometer will sweep back to 0, and we have completed that function. One of the other great features to the Pulsar LT is the built-in throttle booster that is adjustable on the fly while you're driving. With the engine running, whether you're in park or you're driving, you can control that throttle boost setting simply with the cruise control, resume, and set buttons. So with our cruise control off, we can simply press our cruise control resume button, and you'll see the speedometer climb to the 50 mile an hour, which is the setting 5, the most responsive setting. By simply pressing that toggle button down, it will change settings to 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. This will adjust how sensitive the throttle is, which makes it much nicer for daily driving, accelerating quicker from a stop, takes away that dead pedal and that lag that you feel in the GM application. This can be adjusted at any time while driving, as long as your cruise control is disabled at the time you try to adjust it. Obviously, with the cruise control enabled, this button is going to change your mile per hour that the cruise is set at. So make sure that you turn your cruise off, and you can adjust your throttle sensitivity at any time.